If you're trying to just make a change, trying to change your diet and get basic levels of exercise, stay consistent and don't be discouraged when you've been putting in the work and all of a sudden your weight goes up a little bit or you don't like a photo of yourself. Know you're doing the right thing and you can't control that. So keep putting in the work. Who cares what people say? Who cares if people give you the affection or the praise you want? That will come in time. Just stay the course and do you. Right now, as y'all can see, I'm wearing this medal. This is my 10K finisher medal. So about a month ago, I finished my Chi-Town half marathon 10K. I'm doing my first 10K, official 10K since my injury. So should be super hyped for that. Unfortunately, this morning I woke up and I threw up a few times. So I think I have like mild food poisoning, which, you know, it is what it is. Definitely not feeling 100%, but I'm prepared to finish dead last again, which is fine. Just knowing I don't want to push myself too hard, my foot healing, but no matter what happens, you got to show up, and that's what 105 and 25 and Jobs Never Finish is about. So I'm out here, it's cold, but yeah, feeling great. I just finished the Chi-Town half marathon and 10K here at the post race. Melee with everyone, you know, shaved 59.05 off my last 10K time. Feel great, and I got emotional at like 2 miles. I started like tearing up, and I started tearing up because last time stuff went wrong, I stopped. And so at the beginning of this run, I felt like, hey, my foot is killing me. And I'm like, no, we trained for this. My foot always hurts. And I kept my pace the entire time, pretty much under my target, way under my target. So I feel great, you know, I feel like the work I'm putting in both nutritionally and just in training is working. I think I can even do better. So I feel good, feel great. I would say sometimes when I'm running or, you know, when I'm training, I think of crossing the finish line in Honolulu this year and I get emotional. That's about the only time it crosses my mind. I'm be honest, it's one day at a time. And why marathon training? Well, this goes back to when I started, you know, in 2017. I was about 463 pounds and I couldn't really even stand up. I could barely move. It was just like a low point when I you know, and then I took my dad to a Commanders game for his birthday that year in 2017. And we had parking right in front, could barely like walk in. I'm pretty sure I need like a cane. And I was just like, I don't like this. How can I go from that point? And it's actually my friend Jude who was like, well, why don't you run a half? At that point, I was like, run a half, like I can't walk a quarter of a block. So it was definitely a process. And when I say one step at a time, like I mean it. Like when I started, it was like downhill, 1/4 of a block, could barely do. So it's like, boom, build on that. And that first year, which was actually about like 5 years ago now, you know, it's the start of a journey. But I'm here to talk a little bit about what I got going on this week as I train for my rock and roll half in San Diego that is taking place on May 31st. I'm doing something I'm calling the Gauntlet. I'm be honest, it's one day at a time. For example, today, I don't want to go for an 8K run after work. This is the last thing I want to do. I want to go home. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I got to be accountable to myself. And part of why I put everything out there is I want to show people that you should be accountable and you can be accountable. I'm going to complete a 5K. Then Friday, I'm going to complete an 8K. And then Saturday, I'm going to complete a 10K. Calling it the Gauntlet because we keep going up. And then next week, I'm going to come back down and we're going to do 10K, 8K, 5K. So I'll report back at the end of each run to tell y'all how I'm feeling. And let's get it. Why am I doing this? Because if you can keep going back to back to back, you can surely get through that half. For anyone that's trying to go on a health journey, fitness journey, first of all, hit me up, like contact me. I am more than happy to chat. And I want to listen first. I don't want to judge. I don't want to give you advice. I don't want to talk about action until I hear what you want, because I think that's way more important. Because when people listen and then act, I think it's more beneficial than just acting. Y'all, I am trying to finish this gauntlet, and I am currently caught in a crazy thunderstorm. It's starting to let up. You know, it is a time commitment. But the first thing I'd say is like figure out your goals, and then from there, you know, figure out how you want to fit it into your life. All right, y'all, just finished the gauntlet, which, as a reminder, was a 5K on Thursday, an 8K yesterday, Friday, and a 10K today, which is Saturday. Woo! Do congratulate yourself. You know, if you want to get those chicken nuggets with that nether sauce, that's all you want, bust it for a couple weeks and then go get it. What's up, y'all? All right, so as you know, we did the gauntlet up last week. I'm about to start the gauntlet back down right now. You want the new McCrispy strips? You want to try that? I'm using McDonald's as an example, clearly. You want a quarter pounder with mac sauce? Go ahead, do you. But make it a once in a blue moon reward that, as Coach Trevor would say, aligns with your values. All right, after wrapping the 8K gauntlet, just wanted a little treat. So, split one carne asada taco at Tacos del Barrio, the hottest new spot in New York, which happens to be my neighborhood. I will say this, Floyd Mayweather, who is amazing athlete, one of my top 3 boxers ever. Why was Floyd so good, aside from the boxing IQ, his just skill set, and just, you know, how hard he trained? Floyd Mayweather stayed ready. He didn't drink, he didn't do drugs, he had other vices, but didn't drink or do drugs. What did he do? Sometimes he'd crave McDonald's and he'd either drive to a McDonald's or run to a McDonald's, get his cheat, and then run back. What's up, y'all? I didn't do the check-in at the beginning of the 5K to end the gauntlet. Yes, I'm doing my backpack on to make it a little bit more difficult. A little over halfway through. Floyd kept in shape. So even his cheats to reward himself served his purpose of that mental break. It's tough out there. I was sore, and I will say, I thought going up the gauntlet was hard. Going down is harder because you started at 10K, then go 8K, then go 5K. But I'm here for y'all. If you're going through it, just know we can do hard things one step at a time. Together, me, you, we're family. I love y'all. As long as you know love wins, then you can't lose. Right now, I'm kind of in the middle of training for 2 things. One, upcoming, actually, this Saturday I have my Carrera por la Paz, which is Race for the Peace, or Run for the Peace, and that'll be in Little Village. It's just a race for a good cause, for peace, you know. Out here, it's part of the Jobs Never Finished tour, and it's great to be doing this as, you know, part of a race that's for such a good cause in an amazing community. And my goal is to push it. My goal is to really push it on that race. So I have a time goal. I want to hit that time goal. Yeah, I mean, look, the vibes of this race are so far the best. Amazing music, amazing people. Like, this feels like more of what I'm about than a lot of other races. But running community here in Chicago is great. And the fact that it is inclusive and that everyone's involved and that we're out here showing up in the real Chicago, in the heart of Chicago, in Little Village, and La Villita is like, yeah, this is what it's all about. So I didn't hit the time I wanted, which is a little disappointing, but at the end of the day, from time to Patty till now, which is almost basically 2 months, 2 months and 1 week, I did shave about 19 minutes and 6 seconds off my time, which, if you ask runners, that's pretty damn impressive. But overall, I think I'm proud of my finish time, and you just gotta keep moving. You just gotta keep moving. The next race is kind of my tentpole, one of my tentpole races. So it would be the San Diego Rock and Roll Half. You know, I've been training consistently, but I put together a very strict, like, hey, here's my 3-week plan. What can I do for stretches for my plantar fasciitis? What are foods I can eat that would help with that? What is a good way to train for this half with 3 weeks left to make sure that I know I can push myself but without injuring myself, right? Now that I'm 3 out, Let me like lock in on what is every day and no compromises. The key parts of this program are really fourfold. One is obviously building your cardio strength. Two is sticking to nutrition. And as a part of that, adding new techniques to my nutrition and hydration regimen. And then fourth is stretching and rest and making sure that even though I only have 3 real off days, I'm getting 8 hours of sleep or at least 7 hours of sleep. This 3-week program is actually like all me. The funny part is I know that to fail to prepare is to prepare to fail. To make it simple, I've been doing my best and doing pretty well, but I'm like, hey, I woke up about 3.5 weeks out of this half and I'm like, I'm not ready. And I'm like, I don't like this feeling. In 2 weeks from now, I got the half, all right? The Rock and Roll Half in San Diego. I was asked before the race if I'm nervous. Yes, I am nervous about that. I want that feeling of I left it all out here, I finished, I hit the time, and I'm feeling okay. And I don't feel ready, but that's why I'm out here. Like that is the feeling I want, because that will show me that, hey, like all this stuff is working. And that's why the job's never finished. Job's not done. Job done, job's not done. It's a process, and I think it'll keep, it'll keep getting better and we keep moving forward. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep training, and I'll see y'all in San Diego.